In 1692, 19 Salem villagers accused of witchcraft were hanged while another accused witch was crushed to death under a pile of stones. 4 others were reported to have died in prison, though the exact number is unknown. In the village of Salem, a single word resulted in the death of at least 24 people and unraveled an entire community. In the new film by director and writer Robert Eggers, that word is every bit as terrifying and evil as it was in colonial Salem. Praise for this film has been very strong since its premiere at last year's Sundance Film Festival, and The Witch has only continued to pick up good word of mouth throughout scattered screenings. Now, more than a full year later, we've all been given the chance to view the film and see if it lives up to the hype. I know I've certainly been waiting to find out, but as I took my seat in the theater for the first available screening, I could only hope the praise at Sundance carried over to my neck of the woods. The very first thing I have to say about the movie is that if you're thinking it's going to turn out a certain way due to being premiered at Sundance Film Festival, then yes, you are absolutely positively correct in that assumption. This received major praise at Sundance Film Festival because it is definitely a Sundance film. What do I mean by that? Well, let me propose a simple question to you. Would you rather see a great horror movie about a witch that happens to be a time period drama, or would you rather see a great time period drama that deals with a witch and has horror elements? The Witch is not the first one, it is the second. It is absolutely a hardcore time period drama concerning the destruction of a highly religious family by witchcraft with horror elements included. This film is a drama first and everything else second. If what you're really craving is a great witchcraft horror movie, do not go because you're not going to get it. However, if you'd love to see the best possible dramatic film concerning this kind of material with as realistic and historically accurate a depiction as possible, The Witch takes home all of the prizes. The idea in the film is very simple. An outspoken father of 5 has serious problems with the way of religious teachings and authority in his plantation, and at the very onset of the film, we see him challenged by the local government to recant his statements against them or leave. His decision is to go the way of the rebel and set off on his own with his family. Out in the deep woods, they build a farm and are soon preyed upon by a witch who begins tormenting the family on behalf of the devil by taking their newborn son. From there, we witness the slow but steady destruction of the family as the children succumb to sin and pay dearly for it, bringing witchcraft home with them. The conflict is very much a dramatic matter of faith versus evil and man versus faith. The question of whether or not prayers are even honored or listened to by God comes up a lot, and the core character issue is that they're inclined to believe they're not worthy to be saved because mankind is inherently evil through the original sin of Adam and Eve. That, in essence, is really what The Witch is all about. The idea of the witch and the legitimate presence of one lurking in the nearby woods are meant to be vehicles for the antagonist force, which is the devil. It's a highly realistic, very grounded drama that, in bringing up the physical form of the witch, does turn on moments of horror but not nearly strong enough to be totally impactful as a horror movie moment. I feel as if I can't even approach this film with my usual scoring criteria or critique. It's such a niche, specific type of period piece that attempting to work within the usual way for study doesn't yield results. It's a powerful time period drama trying to be as accurate and serious as possible with little stylistic movement outside of that mission. If that's something you'd really enjoy, then you'll want to see this. But if you're the kind of person who had absolutely no interest at all in seeing the film Lincoln a while back, or more recently, The Imitation Game, you're going to do the same thing I witnessed a pair of teenage girls do during the movie. Walk right out without looking back. As a drama, The Witch succeeds on every level and can be considered an absolute keeper. This is the kind of film that university professors will show to their classes when dealing with the subject of the Salem witch trials. It earned its praise from Sundance in full for the dramatic performances and treatment and belongs on its pedestal, as long as it's a pedestal with a sign that says drama on it. As a horror movie, don't even go near it, you will not get what you're looking for. I'm sorry there's not much review here to dole out, but this is one of those rare cases where the horror movie I went to review turned out to be, not really a horror movie. Feels like I'm entirely out of my jurisdiction here. Let's call this one a misfire and wait for the next big monster movie. Thanks for viewing, and I'll be seeing you again real soon, hopefully with a full-on horror movie. Sleep tight.